Hi guys, I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to today's video. It's been a while for some not so obvious reasons and then for some really obvious reasons. Where do I begin? You read the title. So yes, I crashed our car. Yes, I could have died. It was me driving. I was alone in the car. There were no cars inside, so it was just me, myself, and I. I already tried to film this overall update. I also filmed 2 videos afterwards. However, I'm all over the place. I think it's best if I just sit down and tell you everything again. It's been almost a month and I'm just now starting to realize that it was really bad. My body is still hurting from it. I'm still not in my default state of pain. I still have to wear this. I still have to have my cast on. Everyone was surprised and happy that I'm alive, and I was crying and worrying about our car. The minor fact that the car got so messed up and I got away with minor injuries, just like goes over my head. It does nothing to me. So it happened on Saturday. On Friday, my dad left for the prayers of fathers, so I was supposed to be alone the whole weekend. I really like starting my day with a mass, and I prefer to have a morning Saturday mass than to have Sunday mass on Saturday evening. And because we don't have morning mass on Saturday here, I usually go to villages, either to Chichmani or Fachko, and they're like around half an hour drive from here. As I was getting ready for the mass, it started raining already. I was a little scared. I was going slowly. Maybe I could have gone slower when I was going there, but I was so afraid I'm not gonna make it. Now when I was going from there, I texted my brother-in-law that I'm going from there, and 8:41 I was calling him from the field. It was not raining anymore, but I think you say that I got a skid. The road was just wet. So I was going slowly. It just happened. I could feel I got the skid. The car was going to the right and I tried to save it. The wheel was hard to manage, so I don't even think I did anything, but like I did a little. Well, then I knew I'm not gonna save anything because the car started turning. I was still holding the wheel. My brother yesterday was like, bro, the first thing you do when you can see you can't do anything, you lose the wheel. I couldn't. Like, that was the only thing I could do. I just froze. I like mentally prepared myself that okay, I'm gonna end up in that field. However, as I came to terms with that, the car turned on the roof. I thought I remember everything, but I don't. So I blacked out when I was turning. So I don't remember how the car got on the roof. And the next thing I know, I'm just hanging there. The back of the car got the most of it, I feel like. As I was on the roof, I came to myself when the car went from the back to the front. First thing I remember is front window shattering, me hitting my leg. I felt sick. I was hanging upside down, right? I looked around myself and my first thought was, how could I do this to the car? I could see it's totally crushed. There's no way anyone's gonna repair that. Then I had a moment of panic because I couldn't unbuckle myself. I was so scared. I'm gonna just hang there. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Just wait for someone to save me? I can't do that. I forced myself to calm down. Then I slightly lifted my butt. It gave in. I could unbuckle myself. And then I was like just chilling on the roof of the car. I was so naive. I thought that I survived that crash and I got away with just hitting my leg and my leg hurting. My leg does look like this now. That's it. Like, how? Why was this whole part hurting? Someone asked me if I was not afraid that it's gonna catch on fire or anything like that from the movies, like how it's there, or anything's gonna happen to me. And the thing is, it was so spiritual. God let devil do this little thingy. He thought he won for a moment, but God was holding me, and I knew in my heart and my soul that that was it for the day. I'm safe from that point. Nothing bad is gonna happen to me. Ironically, I turned on some worship music as I was going from mass, and I was still a little stressed about the day. So I told Jesus, like, Jesus, I give everything and everyone to you. I give you this whole day. I give you everyone I meet. Everything is in your hands. I don't want to worry about it. 5 minutes later, I was in the field. All the people were so good the whole day to me. I was so safe with him. Anyway, I was laying there and thankfully I was listening to music. Couldn't find my phone, so I was trying to look for it by hearing the music. Interesting thing, when I look at the pictures, the boot of the car was pretty high from the ground. However, I barely reached. It was just right there. It did fly out of the back window because that shattered completely, but like it was just there. Like God was holding it firmly. Paused the music and I was looking at my phone like, what are the emergency numbers? One number, like anything, nothing up here. So I was like, I have to call my brother-in-law. He's the closest. I need someone. So I just called him like, I just crashed the car. It's totally smashed. I need you to call me someone. I need you to come. I need you. Well, in my head, he knew that I'm on the roof. So that was a nice surprise because he didn't know that. He got there before the ambulance and the police and the firefighters. However, there was this pair, this couple. She started calling help and he came to help me. So many men just appeared out of nowhere and they helped him to take me out. They took me out of there. The ambulance came. It took a while. I was really cold on that field. I got a cold in there. I was coughing so much for like 2 weeks. Three. They took me to the hospital, did all the x-rays and everything. This is broken, something is wrong with my neck. Like everything was just hurting and it started to hurt even more. My oldest brother picked me up and I stayed the night at their place. I'm just happy I have such great family. Also, I had a police hearing because technically I crashed my dad's car. Even though we never talk about it, don't think of the car as my dad, it was written in his name, so he had to come to the police station as well. Police officer, he was this young guy, so nice. He called me, we arranged the hearing, and on Saturday we went there. It was like a week later, so that's all good. They didn't take my driver's license or anything. They had no reason to take it. I was worried about it. Didn't have to be, but what's new? I'm trying not to get into this depression state of mine because I'm really over it. Like everything is hurting just so much more. The way I even hit my coccyx there, everything, it just all sucks. You've never seen our car. My brother-in-law would tell me all the time that if I knew what's under that car or like how bad some things are, I would be scared to even sit in that car. But in this case, for me, ignorance is bliss because I had no other choice but to drive that car if I want to drive somewhere. I didn't look at that car because I know I would be scared to drive it and I would be too embarrassed to drive it. I feel like I say to people, maybe even on here, that we live off of God's providence. I don't think I told you that we got that car for 10 euros from my dad's friend. We just needed a car and God really came through with that. And she served us well. Our friend's brother borrowed us his second car, which he wants to sell. And that would be good, right? But it's so low. We are tall. We are hitting our heads almost every time we sit in that car or get out of it. This is not a good situation. We are just looking for another one. I think I'm gonna be scared of driving. I'm so afraid of it. Also, I went to the doctor. He told me I have to wear this for 2 more weeks. Listen, the doctor was Ukrainian. I didn't understand half the things he told me. Someone would not say I'm like this, but like I don't like to tell people I don't know anything. Advocating for my health again, not fun. I was getting ready for this moment the whole week because the cast was hurting me. After he barely looked at me and I was halfway to the door to get my x-ray, I told him that I think the cast is on wrong, it's hurting me, blah 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 blah. This man seriously looks me in the eyes and tells me, you have the cast on because you broke a bone. And I'm like, I know that. And I'm not expecting it to be comfortable even. But it's genuinely hurting me. And the nurse slipped into that and they took it off. I went to get my x-ray, came back, and they put the same cast on my hand. So it's still not great, but I think it's better. Even the time from the accident till now was humbling, is humbling, but the day itself especially, because I'm not used to asking people to do something for me. I don't like people doing something for me, even though acts of service is my love language. Asking them to take me to the bathroom. Sometimes I can't go to bathroom even with my sisters there or like with the door open. I have this weird block in my head. They left the door slightly open and I know there are at least 3 people waiting for me in front of that door because like I was dizzy and everything. They had to be careful with me. Then I had to again ask this one man to take me there. He was a nurse. Okay. I didn't just ask a random man. Then even my brother had to take me. And also you don't drive somewhere thinking this is gonna happen to you, so that was humbling as well. Just since then, I don't know. I have a hard time relying on people. I have a hard time not cleaning. I don't know if this video is gonna be just me talking about the accident. I feel like that's boring. I filmed a few things before, painting for Olivia's birthday and stuff, and maybe I'm gonna insert that. It's all around and inside of you now. Hope is alive and it's living inside you. All creation testifies that the more you seek, the more you find. But even if you take your time, even if you say I gotta wait in line, go ahead and do what you gotta do, but I'm giving you control. I'm just prepping this canvas. I have not used my easel in so long. I don't want to say that I'm not creative.
I can create scenarios in my head.
There is some creativity in here, not much. Not the one I would want anyway. However, I like painting. I love it. I don't do it because I never know what to paint. Like, it's so weird to paint or create something for my goddaughter that they will put into her room. It's Olivia's birthday tomorrow. I think I'm gonna give this to her. I don't know. It's not looking great. So anyway, I missed this. So even though I've been just painting a canvas with a color that almost looks like white, it's relaxing. I like it. Also, I don't even know why I picked up the camera, but for the last week nobody was here. I was alone with my dad. We are not together 24/7. Obviously I have felt more lonely when I had depression and when I was living with my mother, but I'm not used to feeling lonely. I love being alone so much, but I never feel lonely. This past week or two, I was going through it and I have no idea why. The friendships are not friendshipping. I don't want to talk about it. I will show you probably how I paint the mouses. That's the thing, they look so easy and I'm afraid it's not gonna be that easy. Tak si to udělá potom. Ty si máš kupený. Farby tu. Od ručně. You know what else was humbling? Having to undress in front of 2 men. I was so used to this. Hell was I? So I don't even think about it, you know? You can't think about it because otherwise you will be embarrassed. I was not thinking about it before the male nurse didn't comment on it. Did he say that I should not be afraid? They do this all the time. And that... this is icky even to tell you that I'm a beautiful young lady and I have nothing to be embarrassed of. I could run in that moment. Why would you say that? So that was uncomfortable. And then I have to stand there half naked. So there's that. On some better note, my brother actually fixed the charger and it was in this cable. Now it's working properly. The box looks like this. It's just getting worse and worse, you know. I'm so excited. Look at this. I don't have the cast on. I'm so happy. Ah! I wanted to talk about something, but I forgot. Bro, what's wrong with me? Well, anyway, first of all, I want to tell you, because I'm in a good mood, my problem, and this is nothing, I'm not mad at them. The problem is me, right? Because people are selfish. We all are. We are trying to do our best. We're trying to get through our days. As I do when something bad happens. I was so worried, sad because of the pain and stuff. I got into this depressive mood. I was really sad that none of the supposed friends reached out. I posted on Instagram, many people reached out. Right, like what happened? Because curiosity, I'm alive, great. No one reached out to ask after weeks how I am. One person, the most random person, reached out again. This guy, I mentioned him in some of my videos. He was my friend. He really liked me. Stuff went down. It was not good. Whatever. But he reached out. It's fine. My problem is that when something like this goes on, the neglected and bullied child in me is sad, and like I start to feel again like no one cares about me. I'm the worst person on earth, blah blah blah. I have my moments. Also, I went to the hospital today. I had the last checkup pretty much. Now I need to have some physiotherapy. My brother-in-law is gonna do something about that. If you don't know, he's a physiotherapist. Then I need another checkup afterwards, but that's fine. Like my neck is still hurting, but I hate that neck brace. However, today we took also my dad's sister. She broke something as well, her left arm. What is my family? And the same week as this happened to us, my cousin's son, like 24, fell on a motorbike and also broke his left arm. My family, ladies and gentlemen. So they hospitalized her there. However, we've been there for hours. Hours. It's good. You know, like I love that I can be there, help, but it's a lot. I wanted to show you the books I've read. I have this pile of books. This pile. Oh no, let's just quickly do this. You Are Never Alone, Max Lucado. I got this from my sister-in-law for my name's day because it was the only one like she could find. I don't know. I have no interest in other books. P.S. I Love You and the Postscript. Not my favorites. This was so repetitive. This didn't love it. 1,000 Boy Kisses. Did I read that now or is that here just because I didn't put it into my bookshelf? I think that's the case. The collection of C.S. Lewis essays. Interesting read. Let's put it that way. Maybe for you and after you. And I still have to read Still Me. You know what? I didn't love it. I've seen the movie. I loved that. They did the movie right. I liked it. This was, I don't know how I feel about this one. And yesterday I read Hopeless. This is the last one in the Chestnut Springs series. Listen, I probably loved it the most just because of their like Bose and Bailey's sense of humor, like this sarcastic. I don't know, I liked their banter and how no one really got them because it was just their thing. And also like the whole family is here. I liked it in that sense, but there was so much smut. I don't want to read about it. Other than that, I liked it. Now that we are done with that, let me show you my hand. There's this thing, and then this. No, this slide it still feels so weird. So as I was telling you, like when things started to hurt after the crash, this was hurting a lot, and I didn't know why. I noticed just this mark, scar, I don't know, like it is a scar and it still didn't heal. Interesting, but maybe like it has to do something with the cast, definitely. So I was really confused by the x-ray. If you were wondering what was it that was broken, my pinky bone was like this and it was broken like this. Do you understand? I feel like pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, see, it's not swollen or anything. it looks good, so that's good. It is weaker than it was, which means something because I'm so weak. My left hand is so much weaker and I have to use her for everything. That was not fun. And now you are weak. How am I supposed to live like this? I didn't know if I'm gonna tell you this. We already know I'm sensitive, I have anxiety. No one's gonna be surprised, really. I don't know why I was. Today, it's exactly a month since this happened. Yesterday was the first time I was driving. My dad convinced me to drive in the morning to church. That's like 2 minute drive. I was more so scared because I was driving this car for the first time. It didn't go well with this thingy. I was calm because my dad was there and he's calling me. Wait. So, that was okay. But I asked him to drive home because I didn't feel like it. Bro, this weekend was busy. My aunt is in the hospital still. I went there on Saturday. That's why I came over an hour late to a birthday party to my brother's house. But I wasn't driving. It was still my dad driving. And yesterday we had another birthday party of my godmother. So we went there, but my dad didn't go. My sister was driving. However, she planned on going back to Bratislava from there. But we didn't know if my dad's gonna take her, like which way we're gonna go. And somehow it ended up working out that I had to drive home alone. I was driving alone for the first time. I thought I'm gonna be fine. No one knew that I'm not okay with it. They thought that I might be scared because of the hand. As I sat down behind the wheel, my chest just tightened. I had a hard time breathing, but I did it. Yeah, I got out of there. I was crying half the way home. I got almost all of my anxiety symptoms that are normal for me. My lips went numb, my hands went numb, and I was slightly shaking. It helped a little bit that my brother was driving in front of me the whole time because they live this way from there and he doesn't know that I was anxious about it. He doesn't know that this helped me. You know, it was not pleasant. Then I was not crying, I just started getting sick. Once I parked, I was just sitting in the car for like 10 minutes at least, crying, just feeling sick. And then I just had to call my dad to come and get me and help me take the things out of the car because I just couldn't move. So that was great. Did I actually traumatize myself? How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? And I know it's gonna be fine. Logically, I know that I'm not gonna crash a car every time I sit behind the wheel. Logically, yesterday I knew I'm not gonna crash that car, but as I'm talking about it, I'm getting sick again. I'm just trying to keep it real here. Started prepping for a hat for Sophia because I made her, well, you don't know, I'm a godmother again. My sister gave birth to Olivia's sister. I love her so much. It's so weird that she's here already, but like again, she just fits right into our family. I love her. I love her. She's such a little bean. It's Sunday today. I plan to film a date with a book on Tuesday. However, the little baby was not supposed to be here for 2 more weeks, and even though I knew the baby is gonna come sooner, I was just not expecting this. Sophia is here. Last night I went to sleep, well, sooner than that, but I fell asleep maybe at 3:30 a.m. Would you believe me if I told you? I'm gonna show you. I'm just setting my alarm. I mean, this sounds fine. For 3:20 a.m. I'm so tired. I need to take my dad to the city because I'm gonna have the car and he's going somewhere for the whole week. These days I will be with my brother-in-law and with Olivia. I don't know when I'm gonna be home, when I'm gonna be in the hospital, when I need to get some stuff for the baby and for my sister tomorrow. It's a slight change of my plans, but these are God's plans and I love that. I'm just worried about how I'm gonna get through it. But if it's God's plan, He's gonna give me the strength. Please give me the strength. I'm waiting for my dad. He went on a walk with our dog. It's almost 9 p.m. and like I think I should help him pack something. but I really want to go to bed. I made her a hat for the baptism. I just eyeballed this pattern I made here and it fit right. However, she has like 3 more of these hats too. They just slide over her face or like I'm trying to make another one. Yes, I love that. I let you know that. Why didn't I tell you until now? And I'm wrapping a present for my friend. I got her alongside of something else, this mug. If you remember, I got one of these from my cousin for my birthday. However, it was pink because she's going with this raspberry theme because I love raspberry leaf tea. So she really got into that, even though I hate pink. And blue is my favorite color, so I would love to have a mug like this. So maybe I'm gonna buy this for myself. Is that it? Girly, it's been a long time since I was talking to someone. No, I've been talking to too many people this week. Last week, it's Monday. Well, yeah, I just wanted to tell you, it's been a long time since I talked to you. Well, again, not really. Let me have this, okay? Thank you. And if this is the end of the video, I love you guys. Bye.
But moments tend to fade, and you're too far away from me to get my name in. Someone keeps blocking my way.